Hello, everybody.
Hi there. This is Yarning Around with Chris and Kathy.
That's me. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kathy.
Yeah.
So it's good to see you all, and I've been a little bit under the weather.
Oh.
Had to miss a couple of times for coming over here, but I'm doing better now.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
So
it's going around. Several people
are. My son infected me over
Oh no.
over Thanksgiving. I was like, oh no. But anyway, it's over with now.
Good, I'm glad.
I have a little bit of nasal congestion, but not too bad.
Good. I kind of always do, so that's
You
fine.
always do?
Yeah, it's like
a post-nasal drip type
like
thing?
I never stop having allergies.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Maybe you're allergic to yourself.
I guess.
I don't know. But that's all right. Well, so otherwise, how have you been doing? What have you been up to? Not knitting-wise, just in your life.
Well, we had a really relaxing holiday.
Oh, nice.
It was just me and my husband and a friend of ours. I made a big dinner for us, and it was really low-key. Nice. And then last night I put my Christmas tree up.
Ooh.
Because this is my favorite time of year.
Very exciting.
Yes, I got some new twinkly lights.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, we're getting festive.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Have you been, other than being sick?
Well, I had a wonderful meeting with my brother. My brother and his partner came out.
Awesome.
For Thanksgiving.
Nice.
And so it was really good to see them.
Good.
And to just spend some time with them. And he loves to cook for Thanksgiving. He rented a little Airbnb, which was actually a 2-bedroom house down in Old Town. And it was like $110 a night.
Sure.
Which is going to beat a hotel room
for a
anytime.
whole house?
Yeah, for the whole house.
That's amazing.
So anyway, he had access to cooking, so he cooked up a storm, and then we all got together and made my mother's dressing, stuffing recipe.
Sure. Yeah.
Because we all loved that one, and so we all had our own opinions on how to make it the right way.
Oh, sure.
And so that was really a lot of fun that we all got together and did that, and we're going to be doing that again next year, I think.
Good.
But the stuffing turned out perfect.
Good.
Yeah, so it was really good. And then I took the kids to a magic show at the Chemo Theater.
A magic show?
It was so much fun. They cut a lady in half.
Oh, goodness.
And we were like 3 rows from the stage.
They didn't think it was scary, or?
No.
No? Cool.
They wanted to figure out how to cut each other in half. I'm like,
oh, boy.
Well, that's advanced knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
So just use that little kit that I got you there, the little magician's kit that they sold with the hat, and I got them each one of those.
That's really fun.
So it was really a lot of fun, and we had a good time. They stayed overnight, so that was really great.
Good.
So that's been wonderful. And then I was sick, and now I'm better.
Good.
So that's good. All right.
Yeah.
So what's on your needles, sir?
Well, Kat Bordy released a new book.
Okay.
And I was really excited whenever she releases a new book, because
I like her.
It's usually something really innovative.
Yes.
And cool.
And different.
Yeah. And I wish I could have shown you while I was knitting this, because it would be more interesting. But she's, and I don't think she invented this, but she certainly explained it and wrote it down really well.
Okay.
But she has this book about making fingerless mitts. And what you do is you start with Judy's Magic Cast On.
Oh.
And then you knit it flat, actually. You knit it flat.
Okay.
And then the thumb is really cool. It's just short rows.
Oh.
And then
that's a really cool idea for a thumb.
It's flat.
It's flat, and then it's got the short rows.
And then by the time you're done, you just do a 3-needle bind off on the inside. You can't even really see it there, but it's definitely invisible from the outside.
Yes, it is.
And you can barely see it from the inside. I'd have to search for it. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
So there's a little chain there. But because it's garter, it really hides that.
It hides it very well.
She does have some more kind of complicated patterns. This is the really simple one, but long.
Okay.
And I just have to make one more of these. But
it was wonderful.
Really fun. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So that's good. So you did that pretty fast.
I did. And this is...
I just love that short row.
Yes, the short row thumb is super cool.
Super cool. I like that idea.
This is some Dagmar yarn that was in my stash.
Oh, it's really pretty.
Every time. This is going to be become the Dagmar
The
is awesome
Dagmar
podcast.
I know, really. We really enjoy her. But we do have some newer yarns that are coming out from some of our people that we know.
Oh, yes.
That we're going to talk about in a little bit.
Yes, we will.
So that's great.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of mitts, I'm still working on this one. And this is the knit along mitt.
Oh yeah, it's really cool.
It's really nice. It's coming out very nicely. I'm doing I'm putting in the gusset for this is the gusset for the thumb. Is like right here. You can just see we're just making one on either side. And then the other thing I wanted to show is that I misread the pattern, or I repeated it. And so I cut a variation up here on my cable. And one of the nicer things I think about cables is that you can make your own variations.
Sure.
So if you make a mistake, I'm not pulling this out. I'm just going to leave it in there, and then it'll be like this over top of it. So I think that will look in really nicely.
Did you write it down though, so you can do it on the other one?
Oh no! Do you think I should do it on the other one?
Well,
yeah, I probably should.
Do you want them to match exactly?
No, not necessarily.
They don't have to. No.
They're mine. For me, so I'm not gonna. But that's a good idea. I should put it on the other one. So yeah, I know where I did it.
Okay, cool.
And so I'll just go back and redo that and have it on my other hand, and it will look like it's just perfectly the way I want it to be. So I'm just saying, you don't have to always pull things out. You can incorporate them into your design, and you can do it.
Absolutely.
So anyway, so I'm working on this. When I was sick, I didn't feel like doing anything, so I didn't. So there's that. And then, do you have anything else?
I do. I'm really excited about
this.
this.
Okay. Let's see this excitement.
Awesome?
I love your bag. Where'd you get that bag?
Here. Audrey made it.
Audrey.
Yeah.
Audrey is great. I saw a bag up there that I want to get. That's like $100.
Yeah.
I gotta wait for that.
So.
Okay.
Speaking of new stuff. Stephen West came out with a new pattern.
Stephen West.
This is called...
You do all of his stuff, don't you?
I do. I love it. This is called Moherino Medley, I believe.
Okay.
And I've decided to use these absolutely kind of crazy colors. But it's these wavy kind of chevron sections.
I love it.
And it'll be a long rectangular shawl. Yes.
Oh, nice.
But
I love those colors you're using.
Thank you. Yeah.
So it's just basically garter stitch, doing a ripple pattern? But what makes it so different?
In 4 different variations.
In 4 different variations.
Yes.
Okay.
So these are like really...
These have holes in them.
Yeah, these really big yarn overs.
Okay.
Like a traditional chevron.
Nice.
This is almost like a feather and fan.
Okay.
It gives it the wave, but with color.
Okay.
Stripes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I love that it mixes. Really nice. One of the yarns is a lace weight, hopefully a mohair. So I chose Kid Silk Haze. I don't know if you can see that. It's the kind of the cerulean color.
Yeah, nice.
Or Baja Blast, as my friend calls it.
It does look
like Baja Blast, doesn't it?
It does.
But I think it's really cool when you mix the textures.
Right.
So like the texture of the mohair against just a plain single. So
it's really nice.
Yeah, the blue and the pink is Jilly.
Okay.
From Dream in Color.
Okay.
This is the chartreuse is a new yarn that we have. It's 100% alpaca.
Ooh.
Harriet?
Okay.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
I think it's called Harriet Farms.
Okay.
And the orange is dyed by our friend Jeannie.
Our friend Jeannie.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She does beautiful work,
She
too.
really does. I don't know.
I really like it.
I don't know where I'm going to wear this thing.
You're going to wear it
supermarket?
every day.
I don't know.
You're just going to wear it every day so that we'll get to know the kids will say, Mom, there's that guy with the crazy colored scarf. that I'm intrigued by, but they can't use those big words. Although maybe they can.
Maybe they can.
It just depends on, where they're at in their vocabulary.
And
that's wonderful.
I've been slightly obsessed, only working on that. I started it like 5 days ago.
Oh wow! So you've done quite a bit.
Yes.
Very nice. I
love
like
it.
that. All right.
And just working on the rest of the stuff everybody else has already seen because I keep starting things instead of finishing.
Yeah, and I've done a couple more rounds on my Yale sweater, but not enough to show.
Mm-hmm.
But my granddaughter was here, and my darling, I just adore her. I said, "What do you want me to make a sweater out of, or your next big project?" And she went all around the store, and she picked out this.
It's beautiful.
And this is a Queensland rustic tweed. It's a wool alpaca tweed.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels so nice.
It is beautiful.
And there's a lot of yardage in here. This is 318 yards.
Yeah, it's about a sport weight.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the yarn that I've got. And then today I came in and I was looking because I thought I'd make a vest because they only had 2 in that color.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, let's make a vest. So I found this
Oh,
wild
that's cute.
vanilla. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's called wild vanilla.
I really like the shape of it.
Isn't it really?
Yeah.
It's intriguing to me to be able to do that kind of a shape. So anyway, so that's what she is going to get.
It's almost like a tunic.
It is like a tunic, and then it's got a little, like a little thing in the back.
Oh.
There. Do you see that?
It's like a dart.
Like a little dart, I
Yeah.
guess, or like a cable. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but there's like a little thing in the back. So anyway, I'm going to get started on that, but when, I'm not exactly sure, because I want to get my mitts finished. So it's not going to start till after my mitts are finished,
Okay.
and then I will start it. But I got the yarn, and I found now the pattern.
Good.
So that's half the battle right there.
Oh yeah, now you just have to do it.
And then you have to do it. Well, yeah, I guess that's the other half of the battle. So, I'm going to be a little nosy and ask you about your necklace that you're wearing, your pendant that you have on there.
My dad made this.
Oh.
He is an artist in Spanish Market, and this is some of the silver work that he does. It's
nice.
It's punched. So
oh, it's punched.
Yeah,
okay.
It's called repoussé in French.
Okay.
That's the style.
The style of it. Okay.
And it is the Immaculate Heart of Mary. It's
that's what I thought it was.
A Catholic icon, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's really
I love
nice. I like that.
I mean, it's from my dad, so of course I love it, but I also love it.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with
if
me.
you are going to any of the craft fairs, this is that time of year. He's like kind of everywhere.
Oh wow.
He was just in Old Town, and they're going to do one in Corrales. And
oh, nice.
So if you go, look for Jerry Montoya.
Okay.
Tell him hello.
Tell him hello. And say I saw your work.
Yeah.
And I want to see more of it.
You should. It's really beautiful stuff.
It's really nice. So that's good. All right. Well, let's see. You haven't finished anything. I haven't finished anything either. Did you finish
something?
Did you finish something? No?
No.
That's okay. I love the ebb and flow of knitting, and I love the starting a new project and then being able to return back to an old project. It's just so wonderful how we can do whatever we want to with this yarn. There are no rules.
No, they're not. I am getting closer to finishing stuff, which feels nice, but it's not.
But it's a process that I find that I really like about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're taking the time to do it.
I definitely like the process, obviously, or I wouldn't do it.
Right.
But it does feel good to actually
get something finished.
Get something done.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Because I'll be happy to get stuff finished.
Eventually.
But
it all gets done.
It all gets done in its time. Yeah.
Or you rip it out and do something else with it.
Yeah, that's really true too. Yeah. So anyway, but you're the boss of your knitting, so I really like that. I think sometimes we really get stuck in, well, we have to finish one project before we can start another, or we have to do this, or we have to do that, or you should do this, or should do that. And a really freeing thing for me as I've gone through this life doing this is that, hey, I don't even have to give you a reason why I'm not finishing this project. It's I just am not finishing it at the moment.
Right. I don't want to.
Exactly. And no one can tell you anything about that. You can just claim your power of your own knitting.
Absolutely.
And that's, or crocheting. And if you're in a project and you don't like the yarn, throw it away for a while. Don't throw it away, but put it away somewhere and start on something that's really exciting that you really want to try. And even if you only get a little bit of that done, that's fine. Go back to your other project. Do whatever it is that you want to do, because it's your project. It's your knitting. It's where you are in control of your life. Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, we're getting philosophical.
Yeah. Sorry, I just made a connection there.
I have a whole part of my closet filled with things that I want to like forget about for the moment.
Okay.
Projects, I mean.
Projects,
well,
right?
Probably maybe more than just knitting.
Okay.
I throw all kinds of stuff in there.
Okay,
but,
in that corner of that closet.
Yep, and that's where it goes, and you know, you eventually find it again, and you're like, oh, I remember this.
I remember this, and I
should probably do something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, when you start thinking about like, oh, well, so-and-so is going to be upset, or this is going to happen in the future, but you can't do anything to change anything that's happening, and so you wait. You just say, all right, I don't have to make that decision right now today.
Nope.
And I found that by the time you get to that future date where you would have had to make that decision, it was very clear what the decision should be. It sort of makes it for you. And you don't have to worry, or it goes away. It's not a problem anymore. So
yeah.
If you just wait a little bit, then things usually straighten themselves out and figure themselves out.
I agree.
Yeah. So
as long as you have the luxury of time, you might as well.
You may as well.
Enjoy it, yeah.
And do what you can. Now, I mean, there's some decisions that you have to make right away. And that's different than the ones that you don't have to worry about. So anyway, all right. So we're talking about upcoming classes. And I have written down that there's going to be hints of a beginning sock class for knit and crochet. That's going to be different than your usual sock class.
So, it was yesterday. We had a little staff meeting and we were just bouncing ideas around.
Nice.
And we were choosing the new knit-alongs and crochet-alongs.
Okay.
Because we try and have at least one a quarter.
Right.
And it's usually a different staff member
who does it
in the store who does it. And we came up with this idea where we would have a knit-along, but before the knit-along begins, we would have kind of like a prerequisite class or like a supplementary class, so that people who wanted to do the knit-along but maybe needed some extra help would be able to learn the things that they needed to do to be successful in the knit-along. So I thought, was it my idea? It probably wasn't. I probably just volunteered myself for it.
Okay.
But everyone is always interested in socks.
Everyone wants to do socks.
At least wants to attempt it.
Right.
And that's great, because you should figure out whether you like it or not, because it's not for everyone, but it's
but it's so good.
It's fun, and I think that once you learn and are successful in making at least one sock,
right,
you don't even have to finish the other one.
Right.
But once you accomplish that, you've learned enough skills to pretty much do anything in knitting. You could just do lace after that. You could do all kinds of stuff, because it involves knitting in the round, knitting in a small or a fine gauge.
Mm-hmm.
And it involves decreases,
Mm-hmm.
often short rows.
Yes.
So it's all kind of thing in
All
one
in
kind of
one.
handy project.
And learning how to turn a heel with short rows is so
Yeah,
much fun.
it's
That's
super
like one
fun.
of my favorite things to do in
It is
knitting.
so fun.
I love turning heels.
So I'm going to do a little class, and I'm going to teach my way of making socks, which isn't
Okay.
new or revolutionary, but it's basically like a recipe where
Uh-huh.
you take some measurements of your foot, plug them in,
Uh-huh.
and you'll have a basic sock that fits.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, so we'll
that
go
sounds
over
exciting.
the simple things in the class, and then the knit along will start after that.
After that. Okay.
And
that's really nice.
there will also be a crochet along,
Nice.
crocheting socks as well. So I won't be Anna will be teaching that, but it'll be
Uh-huh.
the same kind of
idea.
setup. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think it'll be really fun.
That's a really good thing.
Yeah.
Good for you guys. That's
Yeah.
great. And good for you sock knitters out there, or people who are afraid of socks. Now you can join in it because you'll be having guidance as to how to do it, and you know the skills already.
Yeah.
Because the skills are knit, sometimes purl, but not usually. Knit and SSKs and knit two
knit two
together.
togethers. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then short rows.
And short rows. That's basically it.
Yeah. And oops, I lost my train of
And-
thought. Ooh, that train left the station.
It's left the station really
quick.
fast.
Oh, I was just gonna say I understand why people might be intimidated to start a project because it's so many new techniques, maybe.
Right.
So I think with a little bit of help,
You can do
I
it.
can do it.
I know you can do it.
Mhm.
So, and I'm still working on the beginner knitters class.
Awesome.
And I've got 2 students who have graduated. Basically, I've got
How fun! That's good.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. And so in the beginner kit, you're going to get 2 skeins of yarn, 3 different kinds of needles, all number 8s, and then some stitch markers, and folding scissors, and a darning needle, and a nice little pouch to hold it all in. And you get 5 lessons. And the lessons are at different dates. Days, not dates, but days of the week, whichever fits into best to your schedule.
Yeah, it's really great.
So, and then I've got someone who moved on to the intermediate kit.
That is really cool.
Yes, and so we're going to be doing cables, lace, and
Nice.
2-color knitting in that. And then our expert class will be, we're still forming it, but it's basically going to be like a thesis. So you choose your project that you want to do.
That sounds
And then
scary.
we go from the beginning to the end.
Nice.
Yeah,
Do
with
you-
that project.
When you say 2-color knitting, do you mean like?
Fair Isle.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
I was working on a project that was just simple stripes,
Oh, right.
and a friend of mine who is actually a really accomplished knitter, she tells me I don't do color work, and I was like, stripes are not
Color work.
color work.
Right.
No.
I don't look at stripes as being
Oh,
color work.
she's right
oh,
there.
There's Deb. Deb looks
She
at...
snuck up on us.
So, yeah, do you want to come talk about your theory of color work? What consists of color work? Come on over.
Color
Come
work
on in
is
the
more
middle
than one
here.
yarn.
You think color
So
work
you
is more
think-
than one,
It's not. I don't like changing colors. I don't like fiddly things.
right?
Stripes aren't fiddly though.
I
I
don't
guess
think
it's
stripes are
up.
fiddly.
I guess it's up to interpretation.
Okay, so color work, when
Go
I
back
say
shopping.
color work, you're going to go back and shop some more? Okay, well, show us what you're going to buy. What are you getting? Oh, my
lots of-
goodness. This is
Lots
going to be
of
beautiful.
Malabrigo.
Meaning that should be a sweater.
Malabrigo. Here, can
It's
I
really
show
pretty.
it up close?
I think this is
Oh, I want it. This is beautiful. Some Malabrigo yarn.
chameleon.
Ooh, and
You
what
bought
are
it,
you
right?
going to make with it?
I'm looking at patterns right now.
Oh, okay, nice.
I did buy this. I forget what I order.
Ooh,
So it's
that's
every time
gorgeous.
a package arrives, it's kind of like a little surprise.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, Debbie, that's so beautiful. And then you're going to figure out what you're going to make with it.
Yep.
I love that. That's basically what I did with my yarn that my granddaughter
yarn,
picked
yeah.
out. Yeah. So anyway, so yes, when I say color work, I mean like a Fair Isle. using 2 colors in 1 row.
Which I do not do.
So
I did once.
I love it.
No, I did it twice.
You know, you just need a little bit to put like on cuffs or
I like to look
you
at
know,
it. I think it's beautiful.
a brim of a hat you could do.
I just don't necessarily like
You just don't like doing it.
do it.
I do. So anyway, all right. So those are classes that are ongoing right now, and then we're going to talk a little bit now about yarns and a new kit that we have here.
Sure.
So we've been working on this. I know Teresa's been working on this project for a long time, along with Katie and Jeannie. I think are working in it too, and to get local yarns in our store. And so that we now have Tiwa Speaks, and this is from Lenore, which is a lamb, and it's 100%. I wanted to see Icelandic. So this one is an Icelandic. So there's their little
It's
thing
really
there.
cool that we have. Lenore is the name of the lamb
sheep,
that it came
the lamb
from.
that it came from.
So, you know that Lenore is out there living her best life,
oh, it's so
doing
soft.
Lenore.
It's nice.
and you can have like a hat from her.
Right, and it's Icelandic, and this was sent to a mill in Kansas.
Kansas, yeah.
And so then we also have this is a shearer's choice, and this is another Icelandic wool. So I guess this is left over from
Yeah, I'm guessing that's probably a blend
a
of...
blend of the different ones
Yeah.
that they have there, but it's Icelandic, and there it is. And then there's another one here, and this one is a fingering weight, and it's Cheviot, and this comes from Smudge. I think Smudge is the name of the sheep.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
This is really
so
cool.
we have a whole bunch of this yarn that came in, and it's there, and it's anywhere between about $35 and $55.
Right, so these are sheep that
I think.
were born and raised here in the land of enchantment.
And this is 100 yards.
and
100 yards Loki, and this is 300 yards fingering.
Fingering. So these are all
Local
different
sheep. Mhm.
different small family farms.
Right.
It's almost like a cooperative of ranchers and
Right.
farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Small though. You know,
Yeah,
these
they're,
aren't
they're small. They just have, they don't have hundreds and hundreds of sheep.
right.
But it's a way that we're going to be able to try to sell our New Mexico wool and get some more focus on New Mexico as a provider of wool
Yeah, and support our own
and support our own people.
community here. Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, so we've got a whole bunch of that, and there's a special section in the store over by where the spinning is now, and it has in there about this New Mexican yarns. Okay, so this is a new product that we
Super
put
exciting,
in there.
and we'll be getting more too. of
Yeah,
course.
that'll be good.
But that's what we have for now.
I'm happy about it.
Me too.
And then I saw this, and it's called Unique Sock. And this is what the sock is going to look like, apparently. And you get 2 balls of yarn in here that are enough for one sock and enough for the other sock. Because I know there's some people that want to do 2 socks at a time, or they also want to not worry about measuring it out themselves. So you can, of course,
Yes.
measure this out yourself and make your own 2 balls.
They also wanted the socks to actually match.
But the socks will match.
yes, because of the yarn is split.
Yes,
in that
that's the
manner.
other. That's
Mhm.
the other reason for doing it. So they will be matched. A lot of times I make fraternal twin socks, which means that they don't totally match, but they're made from the same yarn. But this way, this will match totally. And then you download the pattern off of the internet. So we have these in here, and I'm not sure how much they're running for, but
It's beautiful yarn.
it's really pretty.
I didn't knit socks with it, but
Oh.
I knit I believe it was a shawl.
A shawl?
Yeah, all of their yarn is very soft and super variegated, like
Nice.
crazy colors. Yeah.
Oh, that would be great. But see,
Yeah.
this would make a
this is
really nice.
self-striping though. Yeah.
This would make a nice if you've got the if you pulled the Secret Santa and you know somebody knits.
Oh yeah.
This would be a great
Yeah,
present.
that would be a
Or
good
even
gift.
in your family, you know, like the older kids, my kids, they don't buy a present for everybody, for each of them, but they switch it around.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so everybody buys a present for mom, supposedly. And then, yeah, I think you should have all buy me a present. This would be a nice one, too. But at any rate, that's what you could do. Pick it up as like a nice little gift. And I chose colors that are not like me, but I really liked this, the way it looked on here. So
It's cool.
anyway, so that's pretty cool. So I like that. So, and then, so those are our new yarns. And of course we've got some new, what is that word? Malabrigo in. So that's been restocked.
We
'Cause it
do.
was pretty low.
It looks like I need to order it again. Yeah.
Yeah, the Malabrigo is so gorgeous. Oh my goodness.
They,
I love it.
They only had like a winter palette. I don't know.
Okay.
Which is weird because I think Malabrigo comes from the southern hemisphere.
Right.
So it's not winter there right now, I don't
No,
think.
it's not.
Right.
But they're probably
Yeah.
have more of a market up here than they do down there.
It could
so.
be. It could be. Well, I was
Yeah.
really wanting to get some more bright and lively, vibrant colors, but really
Right.
it was mostly just
Okay.
dark purples and blues, and
Oh, okay.
it's still beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Just
Of
a
course,
little
we love
kind
it.
of moody.
Yeah,
broody.
that's all right. A broody thing.
Yeah.
And then I know that we have been getting people asking about these flexi flips. They're called,
Yes.
and they're by Addie. And so you get 4 needles in here.
3.
You only get 3 needles.
That's the
Oh, that's the
thing, yeah.
You only get 3 needles. So you get 3 needles, and they're like this, and they got like a little flex in the middle.
mhm. If you imagine it, it's like almost like knitting with 2 circular needles. Knitting socks with 2 circular needles.
Oh, I see.
But they're shorter, so there's maybe not as much cord going around.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I haven't used them, but I will say that everybody is talking about them
Yep. It's a
here in the
new
store
thing.
and out in the internet. And
So we have some
we
here
got
if you
them.
want to try them out.
Yeah.
Come on in and get a set. And we've got them in sizes 2, 3, and 4, I believe.
Right now, just 3 and 4. They did a knit along in the size 2.
The size 2
Sold out.
Sold out.
But they are on
Okay.
their way. More
Okay.
2s are on the way, and also smaller sizes.
Oh, okay.
Because I
Like the
you know,
zeros and the 0 zeros?
0, 1, 1.5.
0, 1, 1.5.
Because I knit my socks with 1.5, and I believe these are probably would be
okay. Yeah, I usually
most
use
useful
2.
for knitting socks, maybe sleeves, but I don't use a 2 when I knit socks, so that's part of the reason I
Well,
haven't
we're
knit
going to
them.
have to try it out.
When the 1.5s come, I will cast on some socks.
All right, sir, and we want to report back.
Okay,
All right, so there'll be a report back
and maybe we can use them for our
for your knit
sock
along.
knit
your
along.
sock
Yeah,
knit
sure.
along. That would be great. So anyway, that's about all the news that I have today.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about, Chris?
Well, hopefully we'll have another show before this happens, but just so you know, we will be closed on Tuesday the 25th in observance of Christmas.
Okay.
And then shortly after that is our... Oh yeah, this is a good thing to bring up. Shortly after, the next week after that, of course, is New Year's. And
Right.
you know what New Year's means. Inventory. So we love to have customers come in and help out with the process if they'd like to. We
Yes.
have kind of like a party.
Yeah,
where
it's a lot of fun.
We do all the
I've been
counting,
doing it for like 3 years now.
and we're gonna have pizza and
Yeah.
salad and fun times.
And more hands make light work.
Indeed. So if you are interested in that, email the store at yarnstoreabq@gmail.com and let us know that you want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And it will be there's 31 days, right?
30 days has September, April, June, and November. Yes,
I
there's
think
31s.
Okay,
31
so
in December.
I'm-
Oh yeah, the 31st, New Year's Eve.
since the 31st would be on a Monday.
Right.
So since the shop is closed anyways,
On Monday.
on Mondays we decided to start then.
Start then.
That way we
Okay.
don't have to stay closed another day.
Another day.
We'll be
Okay.
closed the 31st, 1st, and 2nd
Okay.
for inventory, and then
Inventory.
open on the 3rd.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
And it's a lot of fun. It's not hard to do. You just, go in a cubby,
Counting
count
yarn
how
balls.
many,
Yeah.
and there you go. And the different colors. And then usually it gets all rearranged and placed in neatly,
Yes.
which is really, really nice. It's
Hopefully.
a good way of doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets placed away neatly.
Well, I always put it in neatly.
Well, good, thank
and the
you.
people that I see put it in neatly.
Good.
So I don't know about those ones that don't.
Maybe I'm just picky.
Maybe you are.
I'll have to deal with that. That's a me problem.
You'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
Why am I so picky? It's okay. Well, that's all right. I hope everybody had a really great time this past month
Yes.
with their knitting. I hope you got time to do extra knitting over the holiday,
Mm-hmm.
and that your families are all happy and safe and be blessed.
Indeed. Take care of yourselves.
Take
Be
care.
nice to yourselves.
Hopefully we'll get this up. I won't be sick. We'll get it out
And we'll see you again very soon.
very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.